Hello, my name is Michaela and I welcome you on behalf of Perpetuity and its partners. The objective of this video is to showcase capabilities of Continuity Patrol, a flagship product from Perpetuity. This video will cover the following aspects of Continuity Patrol. 1. The Command Center, also known as CP Dashboard. A. Business services, their respective RPOs and RTOs. B. Business functions and their relevance. C. Infra objects and their relevance. D. Business summary. E. Business IT relationship. F. Financial impact summary. G. The IT view and related sections. 2. IT orchestration. A. Workflow configuration screen. B. Sample workflows. C. Workflow action library. D. Switchover and its implications. E. Switchover execution. 1. The Command Center, aka CP Dashboard. Business services. As the term conveys, these are applications which are supporting the core business of the organization. It becomes very important to understand the health status of business services from availability perspective. Continuity Patrol understands this requirement, and hence this section is duly mapped with associated business functions and provides a real-time view of business services. Business functions. These are the functions and modules within the mapped applications that constitute a business service. Business functions are supported by their associated back-end IT infrastructure. Infra object. This term is used for a logical grouping of production and DR components catering to specific business function. It represents two servers, one on production and one on the DR, and other IT layers like database, replication, etc. also constitute a part of an infra object. Business summary. This section displays a summarized information for following subsections. Service availability. It displays availability status of business services. Business functions. Displays status of configured business functions. DR readiness. Displays how many infra objects are DR ready. Alerts and incidents. Displays counts of alerts and incidents due to any IT disruption respectively. Business IT relationship. This section is a graphical representation of how business services are mapped with their respective IT infrastructure. By default, details pertaining to the business service, first in the list, are displayed. User may click on appropriate business service name amongst the displayed ones to view their respective details. This representation is a significant one as it highlights real-time cascading impact of smallest of disruption happening in any of the configured IT components, leading to an adverse effect on respective business function and associated business services. Financial impact summary. This section displays financial impact of a disruption to a business service using a pie chart. When we click on View Details, a detailed report of the financial impact is displayed. Financial impact is displayed using various approaches. Impact on related business functions, total financial impact by category, financial impact distribution, impact type distribution, impact analysis in dollars. Why is financial impact summary important to be highlighted? The biggest challenge for a CIO today is to justify the cost in front of the business. IT always gets low priority when it comes to budget allocation, as there is no method to quantify the loss due to impact because of IT disruptions that happened throughout the year. Perpetuity's Continuity Patrol provides a complete report to give a view to the business to understand the loss so that the value of IT is understood to allocate the appropriate budget to minimize the loss substantially. What If Analysis is another link available in Command Center under Business Services section, which provides a simulation to observe financial impact proactively using various options like different impact types, partial, major, total, different RTOs from 2 hours up to 30 days, financial impact calculation method, BIA data, exponential, linear, common log, natural log. These options provide a detailed insight on the financial impact in case of any disruption. This typically helps the business guy taking an informed decision on time during a crisis situation. Service heat map. This section displays 6 icons representing 6 IT layers, namely servers, databases, operating systems, storage units, networks, and replication. In case Continuity Patrol identifies any problem with the configured IT component, this section will display a numeric digit on the top of relevant IT layer icon. When this flashing number is clicked upon, a list of impacted component is displayed, which helps pinpointing and identifying where issue resides. Data Center. This section displays animated representation of respective iPrimary and DR data center locations. IT Infra Summary. This section has 3 tabs, one each for servers, database, and replication IT components. Each tab displays the number of types of IT components managed by Continuity Patrol, including components on primary and DR sites, with apt iconic representation of associated technology, which also serves as summarized IT inventory section. The IT view. This view is the secondary and hidden view of Command Center/CP board, which provides detailed information of infra objects being monitored. User can make IT View as their default view for Command Center by selecting Check On for Default View checkbox. User has to select a business function to view relevant details of associated infra objects. By default, first business function in the list is selected. This selection invokes displaying of a list of associated infra objects. Infra Object List. This section displays list of all infra object binded with selected business function. The tabular representation displays infra object name, type of infra object, current state of infra object, current status of replication, health status, data log information in hours, minutes, second format. This table also provides 2 options: monitor infra object, manage infra object, to manage infra objects under Manage column. Clicking on Monitor Infra Object will redirect Command Center to Infra Object Monitor screen, where detailed monitoring of the infra object is displayed. This screen has different monitoring sections for different infra object types. Hence, this screen changes as per the solution type of an infra object. Component Monitor. This section will provide detailed monitoring information regarding current production and DR servers. Replication Monitor. This section will provide latest monitoring information regarding the configured replication component. RTO/RPO Summary. This section will provide information regarding RPO and RTO achieved during DR drills against the agreed RPO and RTO values. 2. IT Orchestration. A. Workflow Configuration Screen. B. Sample Workflows. C. Workflow Action Library. D. Switchover and its implications. E. Switchover execution. Firstly, we will navigate to Workflow Configuration screen, where all workflows and workflow actions for various infra objects are configured. On the right-hand side of screen, we can configure relevant workflow actions, and on the left side of the screen, we can bind configured workflow actions to create a workflow. Just a quick info on the terms switchover, switchback, and failover. Switchover. A planned activity where actual production site environment is demoted to cater the role of DR site, while actual DR site environment is promoted to serve the role of production site. This activity will ensure that the business will run its normal course of operations from the DR site. Switchback. A planned activity and a reversal of switchover. It means that business is going back to the normal scenario where actual production and actual DR sites would be back to their respective roles. Failover. An actual disaster scenario where production site is met with a disaster, resulting in production site rendered completely or partially inoperational, severely affecting normal business functions. In such scenario, business will declare a disaster and let IT team invoke failover execution and promote DR site as fully operational production site and function from the promoted DR site. All the users will be routed to the DR site to start the business operations. Before we proceed to workflows, let's have a quick understanding of what workflow is. A workflow is a collection of actions to be performed on different servers, storage arrays, network devices, applications, etc., which are required to be orchestrated to perform an automated DR drill for individual infra components. These workflows will be saved into profiles to get executed automatically in a click of a button without any human intervention. Let us have a look at the available workflow action library. On right-hand side of the screen, under Configure Action Header, Action Type drop-down list provides an insight of various types of actions available under the action library like operating system, database, storage, network, VMware actions, file system, etc. Each action type has an elaborate list of action library further filtered under action category. User must choose a specific action type to see available workflow actions. Data in action category drop-down list is dependent on the selected action type. Let's select storage action type to see available actions categorized under it. So storage action type has all the storage vendors listed. For example, EMC, IBM, Hitachi, NetApp categories. If we further drill down EMC action category, we have SRDF and Time Finder subcategories which have a complete list of workflow actions related to EMC/SRDF and EMC/Time Finder technologies. Same is the case with other storage technologies as well. If we change action type to database, action category list is changed accordingly. Now we have DataGuard, DataSync, DB2, MS SQL, Native Log Shipping, Oracle, SRM. We also have a separate category called Common, which refers to actions that are common to various technologies. Each one of them has associated list of actions pertaining to the relevant technology. If we change action type to operating system OS, action category list is changed accordingly. Now we have AIX/Linux/Unix, Windows, Common. Workflow actions categories under Common are common to various operating systems. Each one of them has associated list of actions pertaining to the relevant operating system. Same happens with different technologies that are involved to get added to the workflows. Let us load a sample workflow. Here, we have loaded a simple workflow named Oracle DGSO, which was created for an infra object having Oracle instance configured with DataGuard as replication, solution, and is for switchover. This workflow has following categories of workflow actions: pre-flight checks, actual switchover actions. These actions have been categorized and organized as such, considering the impact of switchover process on the production environment, and to ensure that affected IT layers are brought down smoothly at production site and brought up seamlessly at DR site. First 4 workflow actions belong to the pre-flight checks category, and remaining are actual switchover actions. This workflow needs to be attached and binded with an infra object. Here, we will choose appropriate infra object to be binded with relevant workflow and also select the type of workflow amongst switchover, switchback, failover, failback, custom. Similarly, we can detach the workflow from binded infra object. Next, we will navigate to Workflow Profile Management screen, as we need to create a workflow profile where we will bind the relevant workflows in a profile. If required, multiple workflows can be binded in a single workflow profile. On this screen, we have option either to create a new profile or load an existing one. When we load an existing profile, we can add or remove workflows as required. Workflow profile requires user to enter a password while creating. This provides an additional layer of security to protect workflows from an unauthorized and accidental execution. Let us now see the execution of this workflow. For this, we will navigate to Parallel Workflow screen. Here, we will select from the list of workflow profiles that we have created. We will select the Oracle DG Switchover Workflow profile. Continuity Patrol asks us if we would want to bring associated infra object named Oracle DG to maintenance mode. This ensures that the user knows that this is a planned activity. If user chooses to click on Cancel button, infra object remains in active state and user will not be able to execute any of the workflows associated with that specific infra object. After clicking on OK, relevant infra objects will be brought in maintenance state. We will now click on Start button to initiate execution of selected workflows. This will invoke CP workflow execution authentication mechanism, and user will be asked to provide relevant reason of execution along with workflow profile password to authorize workflow execution. An authentication failure will be notified to the user by displaying similar message on the screen. Continuity Patrol provides 2 options regarding how to execute workflow, namely, automatic and steps. Under Auto mode, workflows will execute without any manual intervention to invoke individual workflow steps, while under Steps mode, user will be required to click on Next button to execute next workflow action. This will be applicable to all workflow actions for all workflows currently being executed. User can observe individual workflow execution in timeline view as well by clicking on Infra Object Name, the screen. Timeline view offers details of execution time for individual workflow actions like start and end time, total execution time, estimated execution time, and execution status. In case workflow action encounters any error, appropriate error description is displayed against the workflow action on timeline view, and Next, Retry, and Abort buttons are enabled on the workflow execution screen. User may choose to either move to execution of next step by clicking on Next button and skipping the error encountered by current workflow action, or they may click on Retry button to invoke re-execution of current workflow action. Or they may choose to abort execution of that specific workflow by clicking on Abort button. During workflow execution, Continuity Patrol will automate all the actions related to application, database, DNS, firewall, SAN storage, and will make sure applications are up and available at DR site without any manual disruption. When execution of workflow is completed successfully, Completed button is enabled on the screen. User must click on the same to inform Continuity Patrol that workflow execution activity is completed. This concludes our session on understanding features and functionalities of Continuity Patrol. I hope you enjoyed this video and are excited about this product like we are. If you have any feedback or queries regarding this video or the showcased product, please drop an email with your valuable inputs to sales@ptechnosoft.com. We will be looking forward to it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.